What's up? Welcome to tonight's live stream. All right, I think everything is up live. Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. Yes. What's up? I'm him, and tonight is June 1st, so it's basically June 2nd. We're already over halfway through the year. Seems like it just went by. I assume this is the effects of getting older, where time just seems to pass by. It's fleeting. It seems like it'll be July in just a blink. In any event, I had a productive day today. Went out for a motorcycle ride to start the morning off. It's the best way to start the day. On a Ducati. Went around the city, mostly because I am afraid to let the bike sit again. Last time I did that, it cost me $900. The battery, it died. Apparently, when these lithium ion batteries on the race bikes, when they go all the way to dead, you had to get a new battery, essentially. So I had to either ride it once every 7 to 10 days, 7 to 14 days, or I had to keep it on a battery tender. So yeah, it's summer, so may as well ride. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I have that same playlist. Just gonna go through that. There's an interesting one that came up today. So let's watch it. Oh, let me turn it down.
This is a Rubyglow pineapple, and it costs $400. Not to be confused with the still too expensive $30 Pink Glow pineapple that's actually pink on the inside.
Has anyone ever had this pineapple? I see it all the time at my local grocery store. I haven't actually looked at the price, but I wonder if it tastes different or if it's just a different color and they're charging you what? I don't know how much it costs. Maybe they'll get into costs in the video. Oh, and before I get too far, let me go ahead and share this. For anyone who wants to go in, watch it, and leave a comment or whatever, give it a like.
And
hopefully
is
give it a
blowing
like.
up on social media.
A pink pineapple. The Hermes of pineapples. This is
So it's the Hermes of pineapple. Does that mean in flavor? I doubt it. First of all, before even getting into the video, I already know that it's not the Hermes of pineapple when it comes to flavor. The best pineapple you will ever eat in your life comes from one of two places. Number one, and I'm going in the order in which they are. Number one, Thailand. Number two, Taiwan. I don't know if it's a coincidence that they both start with a T, at least in English. But you're not going to get better pineapple than from those two places on earth. But that being said, I am going to go and, well, maybe I'm not going to commit to purchasing this pineapple tomorrow yet. I'm gonna watch the video first, and then I'll see. And if I do get the pineapple, of course I'll report back tomorrow.
So gorgeous.
And guys, I mean, let's be real. Pineapple is the best fruit. And now you're telling me there's an even...
I don't know. I'm not gonna put pineapple as the best fruit. I have at least 3 other fruits ahead of pineapple. You know what? No, I'm gonna stick with 3. I'm gonna have to put a mango. Obviously, there's levels to mango, right? So if you've only had those disgusting red and yellow and green all at the same, those weird mangoes, they're kind of like a rock. Those are trash. But mango, I'm going to put ahead of pineapple. I'm also going to put jungle fruit, aka yellow dragon fruit. I'm putting that ahead of pineapple any and every day, all day. And then, I don't know. Number 1, it's kind of an exotic fruit. Actually, it's not that exotic. You know what? Maybe I'll give pineapple top 3. How about that? Pineapple gets top 3. But before I go on, jungle fruit. By the way, fresh, gosh, what do you call the thing? Fresh cacao. It's delicious. This is probably it's probably my favorite fruit. Second. It's hard for it to be my truly favorite because I can't get it that often. I don't even think it's fair to consider Taiwanese pineapple and Thai pineapple the same as the pineapple we have here. It's kind of like comparing the trash ass mango. Hold on, what's that? The typical mango. I only know that's Mexican mango. Maybe that's not the name of it. Why can't I type anymore? Yeah, this shit. This mango, I hate this mango with a passion. It's trash. It's stringy. It's not juicy. It's not sweet. It's got that weird powdery, like, I don't know, that, ugh. It doesn't have it's like, what's the point? I get why they season it. They had to put spices on it to make it edible. This mango is trash, right? There's levels to all things. These mangoes, the Alfonso, how the hell you say this? Whatever it is. These mangoes are like my baseline mango. I'm not even going to call these great. They're just the baseline to not be trash. My favorite is Haitian. Let's check out a Haitian mango. It's kind of hard to get a sense of the size of these mangoes, but they're delicious. They're soft. It has like banana notes and other citrus fruits. It's amazing, the depth of flavor, and it's juicy and it's velvety, smooth. Do y'all like mangoes? What I found is people who claim that they don't like something, what I'll do is I'll have them try the something that they claim that they don't like. And 100% of the time, it turns out that they do like the thing. It's just what they've had in their life has just been trash their entire life. I have a friend who supposedly, she doesn't like beans. I don't know. But she eats my beans. Like straight up. Like she wants to. She's like, oh, you have beans? I'll give me some. And she eats a lot of them. And she'll admit, yeah, it's the only one. Anyway, let's get back to this video.
Better version of it? I have to try it. Both the red and the pink pineapples are grown here in Costa Rica, except I can't buy one. Not because they're out of my budget, but because here in Costa Rica, selling them is illegal. Nobody except Del Monte can grow them, and nobody, not even them, Del Monte themselves, can sell them in the country. And that is very much by design. Del Monte owns this fruit. But how can a company own a fruit? To find out that answer, I have been traveling.
You know, that is interesting though, right? That, yes, a company can own a fruit or a seed. What's even more strange is a company can own Earth, the land. Like, I don't understand that. That's interesting. Has anyone noticed that there's no fruit trees? When I was younger, I remember fruit grew naturally on trees in and around the city. Not obviously, it wasn't everywhere, just like fruit just all over the place, but I remember distinctly that there was fruit, especially like spring and summer. There was some type of berries or something. I used to eat them all summer, and some type of plums I used to eat all summer for free. It's interesting though. Maybe someone owns that and I was stealing from who, I don't know.
Across my native Costa Rica, searching grocery stores and farmers markets, talking to locals, also because...
First of all, those mangoes right there, these ones, they're trash. Even in Costa Rica, I know that they're trash because they have the same ones in Miami. They're extra large and they're deceiving because if you're like me, you're from Texas, your mind is like bigger is better. All right. Yes, I can be vain sometimes. Anyway, I remember getting one in Miami and I was so excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, this mango is so big. It's going to be so juicy. It wasn't juicy. It was rock hard. It was disgusting. Oh, I hated it. Fuck that mango.
I am desperate to try one. I not only found that most people don't even know what it is. Piñas rosadas si tienen.
Piña rosada.
And I also found that the reason behind all this red tape and secrecy is that Del Monte made one critical, catastrophic, billion-dollar mistake a few years ago. A mistake.
I remember growing up, I used to eat the pineapple rings and it was the Del Monte. It was green and it had the red. Y'all eat those? Anyone eat that? I gotta pull these up. They used to taste like pine. They used to taste like can. They had a distinct flavor. It was always like, it had a tanginess to it. You were for sure getting your minerals. Let's see, pineapple rings. Can. Yeah. I remember once we upgraded to Dole. At least I thought it was an upgrade. And I was like, man, these are sour. They're not sweet. Look at these. They had them in, here, this is the one. It's like, I remember distinctly going to school. It's probably illegal to take this to school these days. These pineapple slices, because it has this can. Yeah, this is definitely illegal to take to schools. So it's too soft, you know. Would never allow that.
that changed the pineapple industry forever. This is a good old...
Wait a minute, hold on. I had to critique. Maybe not. I don't have to, but I am going to do it anyways, because what else am I going to do? Look at that. Look at that is dangerous as fuck. You never, when I'm, all right, if you're going to cut something, never have the things that you don't want to cut near the thing that's doing the cutting. It's simple. If you look at his fingers, you can see that it was kind of close, and he kind of slipped. That pineapple, lean kind of twist, and it could be your fingertip. Just saying. Safety first.
This is a good old smooth cayenne pineapple. It's the pineapple that most baby boomers grew up eating. It's not the one that you'd find in a supermarket anymore. It's a bit sour.
You could tell that it was a good, because when pineapple is good, it's an emotional experience. It's a full body experience. And if you haven't had that, then you haven't had good pineapple. And I feel bad for you. You'll get a moment of silence at some point, not right now.
Definitely not the sweet pineapple that I grew up eating, but it's good. It's good. Now, this is an MD2, aka golden pineapple, released to the world around 19.
Okay, so this is the pineapple that I see pretty much all the time at my store. And yes, it's golden. But it's not, man, it's unfortunate that I've been spoiled. I've spoiled myself by going to all of these places. I love fruit. I'm a big fruit person. So it's one, I also love food. I don't know if that's obvious. That's the thing that draws me to travel anywhere, because I really hate flying. So it's the food. So I've eaten all of these things and nothing can compare. I wish that I can get Taiwanese pineapple here in Houston. And maybe I could. Maybe that is something that I could import. Maybe. I doubt it. I think they consume it all themselves. They hog it up.
96.
Yeah. You could tell that's good. Yeah. He's like, it's juicy. I can tell. Look at it. Look at the color. Hold on. Wait, I'll make it full screen. Look at that color and how dense it looks. You could tell that it's holding some juice in those, I don't know what you call it. I call them juice sacks. You could tell it's holding some in it. It's probably have a good depth of flavor too.
Juicier, sweeter. This is the pineapple that you've probably tasted. It's also the pineapple that changed the world.
And it can't be anything less than the good fruit. Don't want your pineapple.
Golden pineapple.
Y'all remember when jingles used to hit? That was back in the day. Let's listen to that again.
You've probably tasted. It's also
I'll turn it up. I'll turn it up a little bit.
the pineapple that changed the world.
And it can't be anything less than the good fruit.
Look at that. Y'all remember commercials like that back in the day? Now we have this soulless shit. I don't know what it is, but it's soulless. That's what we have today. This right here, I miss it. This is my childhood. Yes. I was still a child. I was still a child back then.
Golden pineapples made everybody fall in love with pineapples. Fresh Del Monte started developing this pineapple in Hawaii in the 60s, along with a few other fruit companies.
Is that why Hawaiians think pineapple goes on pizza? Is it because of this? Is it because this pineapple was so good that even if you put it on pizza, the pizza would still be good? Because that's some marketing, and I can imagine that working in Hawaii. They eat a lot of canned meat. They think that's good too. Spam. and mayonnaise. Ugh. Oh, they probably put it on a sandwich, Hawaiian roll with some mayonnaise and pineapple. Ugh.
Started developing this pineapple in Hawaii in the 60s, along with a few other fruit companies. And they were trying to find a pineapple that was sweeter and bigger, that stayed fresh for longer. Now, eventually, other companies left the initiative. And Del Monte, they continued. They kept going on their own. They moved their research to Costa Rica in the late 70s, early 80s, and eventually, they found it. Like 30 plus years after they started, they found this. They called it a once in a lifetime fruit. Del Monte knew it, so they tried to file a patent for it. But remember, Del Monte didn't start this pineapple research themselves. There were other companies involved back in the 60s when they started this stuff in Hawaii. And now in the 90s, with a finished product, they just couldn't agree on the terms for this patent. So how do you protect this 30-year, multi-million-dollar research project? They did two things. First, they filed a patent for another pineapple, the CO2. That wasn't the MD2, it was more like a genetic sibling, but the patent was useful to scare people away from ripping off their fruit. They also maintained strict secrecy to ensure the pineapples.
You know, I guess I can understand. There's a part of me that can understand patents for fruits. I think there's if you're reasonable, there's a case for it. Although it does call into question, should we be doing it? Because at that point it's genetic modification, which as someone who enjoys the Sumu citrus, which I think I don't know. It's hard. It's hard to Sumu citrus and pineapple right now. I'm putting them really close together. The Sumu, it's like a mandarin. Let me pull it up. These thingamabobs. I'm debating on whether or not these are going to supplant pineapple. You know what? I don't think it's fair because this is a variant of a citrus. Just like there's a variant of pineapple that I really like. Anyway, if you've not had Sumu citrus, you should try it. And it's not my fault if you develop an addiction. You know, control yourself. I can't, but hey, I'll tell you to do what I can't.
Qualified as a trade secret under US law. And this isn't exactly a patent, but it would give them some legal protection if anyone copied or stole their golden pineapples. And then in 1996, the golden pineapple launched to the world. Or I should say, it launched in the US, not in Costa Rica. This was an export product they could charge a premium price on, not made for locals. And it was a hit. Sales for Del Monte more than doubled.
You know, it is interesting though that this situation where these pineapples, they're grown it's grown in another country. Oh, excuse me. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me go back.
After not made for locals. And it was
Right? So
export product they could charge a premium price on, not made for locals.
So it's grown there, but the people there can't eat it. They can't consume it. I think that's kind of fucked up, right? I don't think that's right. That's That's not good. At the very least, I understand that it's patented, but I think at the very least, there should be some special, I don't know, something that allows the local population to, we can't force the producer to lose money, but maybe you can't stop the people from growing it themselves. I guess I understand why. Because then, they can compete with the producer. I get it. But it is kind of messed up that they don't have the opportunity to try the thing that's grown there. And apparently it's only grown there.
And it was a hit. Sales for Del Monte more than doubled after the golden pineapple was introduced. All grown right here in Costa Rica, even though Costa Ricans couldn't eat this pineapple. But suddenly, wait, are those golden pineapples in Costa Rica's farmers markets? How? Somehow, the recipe had leaked. Local farmers were growing it and selling it, but how? Now the thing is, commercial pineapples cleverly don't have any seeds. It's a way to avoid people from growing them on their own. But you can still grow a pineapple plant, just using...
Yeah, you could take the root or the top. But sometimes there typically are. If you get the whole pineapple, at least if you get the I don't know, maybe this isn't the case, but in every pineapple that I've bought, there's always a few seeds, not a lot, but there are a few. While you're cutting them, you can just pull them out, but the best way is to just take the top and part of the core, kind of like dig out a little triangle pyramid type of thing, a cone shape, and you can throw that in the ground, turn into another pineapple.
The top. Farms that had access to the tops also started hiring away farmers to learn the growing techniques, and soon the golden pineapple was everywhere. Now the bigger issue was Dole. Dole, Del Monte's main competitor, was growing golden pineapples in Honduras, the exact same MD2. Del Monte took them to...
There were some interesting proxy wars fought in those countries in the 50s, 60s, 60s, 70s, 80s, maybe 90s, even now, maybe, who knows? But there's a book. It's called Economic Hitman, and it details a lot of the CIA operations that were going on in Central and South America, specifically regarding big fruit. So think of bananas, pineapple, plural. What's the other one? I think banana was the biggest one, really. But Dole, Del Monte, and there might be and sugar, and somewhere in Hawaii, one of the companies in Hawaii, I forget which company. But the book is Economic Hitman. Go check it out.
Court for...
Here, wait. I'll even go and do this. What is it? Goodreads. Wait, I had to sign it. That's interesting. I really can't see anymore. I need to go and get glasses. Wow. Yes, I'm glad that I decided to do this because that wasn't even the name of the book. It's Confessions of an Economic Hitman. I apologize. It's terrible according to this person now. So just keep that in mind. It's terrible according to him or her. Oh, him or her. 2007. Nah, that's a him. It's a him.
Violating their trade secret, but the argument didn't hold up because clearly this pineapple was no longer a trade secret. The secret was out. It was growing in fields all over the world. By the early 2000s, Del Monte conceded. No more exclusivity on the golden pineapple. Which was great news for me, who at that point in 2002 had no idea I had been stuffing my mouth with smuggled pineapples. But Del Monte was never gonna make that mistake again. Which kind of brings us back to this guy.
This just got shipped to my front door.
I'm dying to see it.
Oh, I see some pink.
Ah, no way!
Should I try it?
Yes, please. Oh,
Okay.
I'm dying.
I'm so curious to know. I might go buy one. They're expensive though. And I would hate to buy an expensive ass pineapple in this mid. Oh my God. I think I'd flip out. I'd rather, and this may sound silly to you, but it's not to me. I'd rather fly to Taiwan or Thailand and eat pineapple than pay for mid pineapple here. It doesn't have to make sense, but it makes sense to me. Okay, her.
That's really good pineapple.
She says it's good. Now, I'm going to hope that I can trust her. I saw her face light up. Maybe it's good. I'm going to get it.
Del Monte started working on the Pink Glow in the early 2000s. It passed FDA clearance in 2016 and began selling in October 2020, middle of...
Wait a minute. Hold on. I think, have I had this pineapple before? If it comes in a box, because I remember that logo branding. I may have had this pineapple before. It may not have even been that pink. It was mildly pink. Let me see. Let's hope that this AI push that all these tech companies are doing is worth it. I'm going to see if it'll know if I just type in pineapple. Can it just figure out? Okay, give me a moment. I want to make sure there's nothing that I don't want to share here. Oh, no, okay. There's not. But at the same time, there's no pink pineapple. So, well, also by the search. But I will say, I don't know, randomly, this is a pineapple growing in the wild. This is in Costa Rica. Just saying. So yeah, Costa Rican pineapple growing out in the middle of the jungle, wherever I was. Yeah, these are pineapples in... Wait, I'm trying to show the price. Look at that. So cheap. This is in Taiwan. Here's what it looks like. This, if that's passion fruit, this must be in... I don't know where this is. This could be in Taiwan. Yeah, it could be Taiwan. Or I don't know where it is. It's probably Taiwan. So I'm going to assume I've never had this pink pineapple. So I'm going to try it. Yo, what's up? Guys and comments. How you doing? Good night. Good evening. Whichever one. It's technically night, so I should say good night.
The pandemic. And at launch, it was priced at $49 each, which sounds crazy, but when you have such a novel product, ultra limited harvests, a product literally built for...
I'm not gonna lie, he's not wrong. If you're the kind of person where you're like, no one would ever, man, you would. Give me a moment. Let me look for mango. Huh. Oh, wait a minute. This search isn't very good. It just rejected something that it found for the last search that I did. Okay, so I guess I don't. All right, fine. What was the last search? Pineapple. These right here. I've bought these mangoes, and yes, they are $16 a piece. And yes, I'm happy to pay it. Oh yeah, what's up? News. And the reason for this one is what's the alternative? Yes, I could go to Thailand, and I would prefer it sometimes. But Thailand's far. It's, oh my gosh. I normally fly to Thailand through, well, not normally. I normally go to Singapore. I've only gone to Thailand once. But just getting to Singapore is, goddamn, it's what, 21 or 24 hours of travel time. 21 of those in the air. Plus another 30 minutes. It took 20 minutes to Bangkok. Nah, I'd rather pay $16 for this one.
Social media, well, people are often willing to pay a premium price for it. People are willing to pay more when something feels scarce and hard to get, or when the packaging and the presentation
Yeah, I know. I normally use goodnight as that too, but it's interesting when you start something at night. Right? Think of the people who work night shift. When they come in at the beginning of their shift, do you think they're saying good morning? Or are they saying good night? And when the day is over, do they say a good morning or good night? What do you think they do? Or maybe I've never worked anything where, even when I had shifts, because I did do shift work at some point in my life, we didn't have a true concept of day and night. I worked on a ship, on out in the ocean ship, and we had 12-hour shifts, so it didn't really time, like the I don't know, the sun didn't really matter that much. It did, we both saw it, but it didn't really influence us in any way. Man, I can't believe I did that. Interesting times.
make it feel more special than it actually is. And those are exactly the tactics that Del Monte used here: limited harvests, exclusivity, and luxury branding. But they're not the only ones, and you've probably run into some of these before. Liquid Death, for example, they took regular water, they just put it in a tall aluminum can with this aggressive branding, and suddenly it feels cooler and worth being more expensive. Same product, different story.
Yeah, I'm hoping I can do something similar. Just put my stuff in a taller can and make it, I don't know, it tastes good though. It actually tastes good. It has an effect, but I do want it to be in a cool can. I have decided that we're going to use the 16-ounce cans. So they're going to be tall. Aluminum can. I mean, obviously. Maybe that's not obvious. But they're going to be the aluminum flippy top cans. So yeah, that's a decision made. And I just heard back. Heard back from the lawyer for legal counsel. So I got to follow up in the morning or after this stream, most likely.
Different context, higher price. There's a playbook of over 60 tactics that brands use.
Oh, my bad. Let's see here. How long was I at sea at a time? Legally, we can't be out for more than 3 weeks. So It was 3 weeks at a time. And that's federal law. They had to cycle us out and give us rest time to recuperate because it's a very demanding job and mistakes can be deadly and also have incredible environmental effects. So after a bunch of accidents over the course of all kinds of time, there's all kinds of rules and regulations for how long you can have someone offshore. And Casual, you work night shift and we still said goodnight when the shift was done. What about when the shift started though? Now that's the question. What about when the shift started?
To justify premium prices. And the Hustle team has summed them up into this resource with even more real examples that you'll instantly recognize. So if you're a founder or a marketer looking to maximize your pricing, or just the kind of person who wants to understand why someone would spend absurd money on a pineapple, you should scan this QR code on the screen or use the link in the description to access it for free. But the epitome
I don't need that. I need the QR code that's going to prevent me from blowing $50 on this pineapple tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be okay. I'm sure it'll be good, but that'll be disappointing. I'm dead ass. It'll be disappointing if it's just good because Thai pineapple is so crisp. Oh my gosh. You don't understand. It's so crispy. You've never had a crispy pineapple in your life. It's crispy. It has a pop. And it's still juicy, but just the right amount of juicy. It's not sloppy, You don't get that. You don't get that sloppy just all down your chin. You don't get that. It's respectful. It's a refined type of juice. It's delicious. It's smooth, no acidity. For whatever reason, the pineapples we get here in America are trash. I don't even like pineapple here. It's so bad, and I don't understand why people eat the pineapple here, but I mean, hey.
of this playbook came a couple of years later with the Ruby Glow pineapple. So were you able to get, or did you find any of the Ruby Glow pineapples?
Yes and no. It's like $400, and then you also get put on a wait list.
To buy
Wait, hold on. $400. What is this? Ruby Glow. What is this? Is this a pineapple that I just committed to getting? Oh, of course. It's a Melissa's. Okay. All right. Of course. So a lot of the fruit that I've bought in the past that's expensive is Melissa's fruit. Oh, I can't even talk. Melissa's fruit. I want this pineapple now. Oh man, I'm gonna glaze this pineapple. I'm gonna get it. Look at that. Look at it. It has that. It's ruby red. I had to read this marketing. It's highly sought after, and of course I'm seeking it now. The highly sought after Ruby Glow pineapple. Previously only in Asia. Oh, I'll just fly to Asia. What the fuck? Oh wait, I'm gonna keep reading. Maybe Melissa's has done something strange. They're the ones who did the cotton candy grapes. If you've ever had that, or the moondrop grapes, or the gumball grapes. They did something else too. They do a lot of things. Anyway, it looks like they're just a distributor. Rare Gem, 15 years in the making. Ruby Glow boasts a unique lineage born of meticulous cultivation, crossbreeding. Okay. What does it taste like? A citrine yellow flesh that delivers a luxurious, smooth flavor with minimal acidity. That sounds like Thai pineapple to me. Imagine gifting and indulging majestically. You know what? Even the Thai pineapple fruit, the candy. Oh my gosh, I need to go back to Thailand soon. I may go to Shanghai, maybe in a few weeks. Yeah, no preservatives like they do here. Well, for the pineapple, for the fruit itself, no, not really. I have these bananas here. I don't like the regular bananas that we have here in America. I don't like any of our fruit. It's all the same. So it seems that they are a distributor, but they distribute good stuff. So I was looking to see if maybe they had Haitian mangoes because they are incredibly hard to find. Yeah, I don't see them here. Oh well, back to the video.
I went for this video, I would have to go to the US, join a waitlist, get a $400 fruit approved by the production team, but looks just like a regular golden pineapple. The deal with it is that it has this reddish crust. It's produced in extremely small batches and can take up to 2 years to grow. It supposedly tastes incredible, but I mean, what do I know? Like literally, I won't know. I don't know when I'll be able to try one.
Here, Kaya, take a bite. Take a bite.
I've been researching this thing for weeks now, and this is the closest I've been. Also, this isn't a genetically engineered fruit like the Pinklo. Del Monte says that it's a traditionally crossbred hybrid between a
Does it affect the flavor? If it's GMO or crossbred, does it matter to you as a person who's going to eat it? Do you care? I'm curious if it matters. Does it affect anything? Does it affect costs or time to market, or I don't know. Like, do you get more control over certain things or not? I don't know. What are the benefits of crossbreeding? Or is it like anything in marketing? We just say, hey, well, we just highlight it. It's crossbred. It's not inbred.
conventional pineapple and the Murata pineapple from South America. Now, according to Del Monte, only about 5,000 of these pineapples were grown in 2024.
Just that alone makes me want this pineapple. Just it's so rare. It's so unobtainable. I want one. 5,000 a year. 3,000 last year. That means it's getting more unobtainable. I want it even more. I would pay $400. It was $395. I would pay for it. If it would be very impulsive. It would be one of those, I'm not really just looking for it, but if I happen to see it or come across it, and I know because I've just seen how rare it is, and I remember, I'm like, oh shit, I remember that thing. It's really rare. I would buy it, just knowing that, yeah. But I wouldn't go seek it out. If that makes sense. It's too expensive.
Only about 3,000 in
Way too
2025, and the first market was not the U.S.
But if you like run across it in person, I think you're obligated to buy it at that point, right? It's serendipity. Just get it. I have a clock that I bought. It was one of those moments where I was just somewhere and I saw the clock and I was like, I remember that clock from years ago. And I remember saying once that I wanted one. It was something vapid. I'll show it. I'll show it in a moment. Clock 2. Uh, huh? Wait, how do you? Okay, how do you do this? Just discover more. How about that? The clock. Here you go. What makes this clock interesting? I'm gonna stop calling it that. What makes the clock interesting is it tells you the time. Okay, it's not gonna. Okay, never mind. I was hoping that there was a place where I can just show you pictures. Okay, here we are. Yes, except it's not in English. Oh, give me a moment. Roscoe, what are you doing? Well, unfortunately, it's not in English, but pretend that it were. It tells you the time in natural language. So it'll say it's 5:15 or 12 or something like that. It's just, I don't know, it's dumb. All right. But the point is that this is one of those moments where, yeah, I was just walking around randomly and I happened to come across it. I was, and I got it. I would do the same with this pineapple.
US, but China. Now, the Asian market is no stranger to premium fruit. There's Japan's Yubari King melon, where
Oh, I will be right back. I need to go grab something to drink. I am back with the finest cold pressed celery juice. It's just cold pressed celery. So yeah, I guess that technically makes it celery juice. Anyway, we'll get back to the video.
the pair sold for 1 million yen. That's about $6,900 at the season's first auction. And there's also Japan.
I have to figure out what 1 million yen is. I know it's something ridiculous. I don't remember. The yen it's I just never know what it is. So let's see. One yen. No, that would be JPY. I would never pay $6,200 for a piece of fruit. I don't care what. That's on principle. That's just no. I'm trying to think of an exception where I would pay that for a fruit, and I'm using the literal definition of the fruit, which could include things like peppers, special types of peppers. No, I would never. No. I would do it for an ingredient that I can use multiple times. For instance, I have really hot. I have an aged balsamic vinegar from the place where balsamic vinegar actually comes from, and it's very expensive. And I'm fine with paying that because I can use that over time. Also, it gets better over time. But something like a melon where I'm going to eat it and immediately shit it out because it's a melon, or I'm going to eat half of it and still immediately shit it out. but then the other half is going to spoil, and then it's going to smell like wet diaper or something. I don't know. I hate milling. I hate at least honey. Maybe this milling tastes good. Maybe this is one of these situations where I just haven't had, like what I was saying earlier with some of my friends, where they just haven't had a good version of the thing that they claim they don't like. Maybe this is my version of that. I haven't had a good milling. Maybe I need to try this milling, but I'm not going to pay money for it. No, I can't. Someone will have to gift it to me.
Japan's crown melon, literally marked as the Japanese king of fruits, with current premium retail listings starting at about $160. And then there's those cubic watermelons. So, while the pink
I would never. If someone gave it to me, but no, it doesn't affect the flavor. It's just they shaped it into that shape. They grew it in a box. Beyond, I guess, making cutting easier, I suppose. Yeah. But I kind of like eating watermelon in the watermelon way, where you have that weird arc. You try to eat it without getting your cheeks wet.
and ruby pineapples aren't as shocking as some of these East Asian counterparts, it's still a sticker shock for people used to picking a regular pineapple for what, $5. So you can find pineapple plantations all over Costa Rica, but after much digging, it seems that all of these fancy pineapples are grown somewhere around this area, this southern part of the country, a region called Buenos Aires. And here's the thing, there are some stories and reports of leaked pink glow pineapples. I've accepted that I'm not gonna get my hands on a ruby glow. It's expensive. There are only a few thousand up for sale.
I would be down to go to Nicaragua. I know, I'm just playing. I would go down there though and get some fake pink pineapple. Yeah, I would do that. Assuming it's actually good. How would I know? It's so limited. And the reviews that you get, how can you trust it? Because they pay so much for it. And some folks, when they pay a lot for it, they really like it because they paid a lot. Unfortunately, I'm the opposite. I scrutinize even more the more I pay. I expect more. I thought that was normal, but I've learned that is not normal. The more you know.
Every year, so my odds aren't good at all. But pink glow, I mean, people have managed to grow them. Some have even made it to farmers markets. Maybe the odds aren't too bad. If I have any odds of finding one, I have to go to the source. Now, one big difference with the MD2 Golden Pineapple fiasco is that this time, these guys are not fooling around with those patents. They have patents on everything. They patent the plant, the fruit, they protected that branding. Can't miss those R's next to the pink glow and the ruby glow. But more importantly, this time, they actually got the Costa Rican government to work for them by way of these
That's
really
a good name,
strict.
by the way. Pink glow, ruby glow. Naming is hard as well. And it's hard everywhere. Like my background being computer science, I deal with naming variables, which, you know, they can be concepts or ideas or values. Naming them could be hard, but naming a product, I think, is even harder. Coming up with any name is hard. We've struggled to come up with a name. Wait a minute, there seems to be an issue with the stream. Huh? It's saying that there's a bitrate issue on my end. I don't understand how. All right, whatever. I'm gonna move on. Let's keep watching.
biosafety laws. Because it happened before, remember? Clever Costa Ricans stole those pineapple tops, started growing golden pineapples until they reached Dole. But Costa Rica is a small country, getting the government to go and pursue and close down a plantation because they're infringing a patent, a US patent. At that's gonna take.
I just want to point out. Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh gosh. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. This shirt that I'm wearing, I had no idea this is serendipity. The shirt that I'm wearing, I bought in Costa Rica. This shirt is from Costa Rica. This is a black shirt. Yeah, fun fact. I was just thinking, when he said Costa Rica, and he's in Costa Rica, I don't know why all of a sudden that just clicked. I was like, oh yeah, I was in Costa. And the shirt that I'm wearing is from Costa Rica. Interesting. By the way, this shirt cost $5 for 3. So whatever that is.
A lot of time. Now, some of their documents do mention that they have filed for patents in Costa Rica, but generally a patent only protects you in one jurisdiction and not across the world. So, Del Monte came up with a much better system. Now, in Costa Rica, you need permission to grow any GMO, genetically modified organism. The biosafety, the phytosanitary law requires this special permission in order to do that. Now, in other words, Pinkglow, being a genetically modified fruit, is technically a potential biosafety issue for the country. Now, Del Monte probably knew that suing a farmer for growing Pinkglow on the basis of patent infringement, it was gonna be a slow process. So instead, they're getting the Costa.
That's smart. That's smart. But also, when you think about it, how do we know this thing isn't a biocontagion? It could end up wrecking the environment. So it is good that they have controls. This is the government working as intended, which I guess sometimes there could be loopholes and there can be foot guns. But in this case, I think it's probably a net win-win. Because patents do expire. So in 20 years or so, all of the methods for how to do it will be openly available. I mean, they are openly available, but you can do it and you won't get sued. So yeah, there's that. They can make as much money as they want now and do whatever, but yeah, that's
Costa Rica Department of Agriculture to keep things in check, not for patent infringement, but for breaking the biosafety phytosanitary rules. And it has worked. According to the local ministry or Department of Agriculture, at least 3 farms in the northern part of the country have been destroyed just for trying to grow Pinkglows. What Del Monte did is actually very clever. They registered the pineapple to grow it. They got permission to grow it, permission to export it, but they never went through the trouble of registering it for local consumption. That means that anyone in Costa Rica holding a pink pineapple is breaking the law. No, don't worry.
Oh shit.
This is
Oh, that's interesting. Wow. Okay. Whoa. How does that work? Do they not harvest it by hand? Do they use machines? Do they not touch it at all at any point in the process? How would they get around that?
And we're still gonna eat that. We're not gonna waste any pineapples today. But the point is that the part that really bugs me about all this is that Del Monte, whenever there's something in the press about pink pineapples being grown somewhere, they ask Costa Ricans not to buy them if they see them in the market. And that doesn't sit well with me because they designed this product that outprices the very people that farm it. and that they just refuse to sell to us. ¿Usted sabrá si algún lugar de casualidad se podrá conseguir piñas rosadas por aquí?
No, eso lo tienen ellos bajo estricta seguridad.
Dang, they under security. Under security. That's interesting. Just remember that all of these base ingredients that we all take for granted, they're incredibly valuable. Even pepper. That's one. I know it sounds random, like why does it do pepper? It's Teletary peppercorns. Here, I'll show them. These things, peppercorns. These are incredibly valuable. I may not think so, but hey, like we flavor our foods with these items. And more than just our food, it's used in some of our medicines and some of our skincare products. All kinds of things.
Entonces no han visto ninguna, ni yo creí que aquí se veía.
Aquí nosotros no. Yo de aquí a Buenos Aires ni en foto.
Usted no ha visto ninguna, nunca.
Sí, pero ilegal.
We've been asking neighbors around and confirmed that those pineapples in that property, those are Pink Glow pineapples. We can see them from here. We're, 10 feet away from the plants. To just be next to them and not being able to taste it at all.
That looks like a prison. They have the camera and they have that nice little friendly Del Monte logo right there in the corner of that sign. They have it right there. Just so that you know that they're watching. You know, these companies, they operate like I don't want to say thugs, but like a mafia. They are a mafia. That's how they operate in these countries where they get all the stuff for us to consume. That GDP. This is our GDP right here. That's where it starts.
Now, I'm still not sure if we're gonna be able to eat a pink pineapple, but at least we're gonna get to spy on their crops.
That's beautiful. I just gotta say, that's beautiful.
Now, we were kind of giving up on seeing anything about Pink Glow pineapples here in Costa Rica, but that's kind of like spitting in people's faces, man. Like, why would you put it in a billboard if you don't even sell it in the country? Now, the bigger question here is, well, is it ethical to own a fruit? I am curious what you guys think, but here's my take. On one hand, this was a lot of work. Millions of dollars, decades of scientific research. I actually found a pretty thorough summary by the FDA on the science behind turning yellow flesh into pink flesh in these pineapples. I'll just drop the link below if you're curious. But I have to give it to Del Monte or anybody who develops something novel like this. I mean, they should be entitled to some premium or some
Yeah, that's the same stance that I take. That we have to acknowledge that this takes effort. And we have to incentivize people to continue doing this. The only way that you do that is to allow them to reap the rewards for their work and to protect their work from others. So, yeah, I mean, the patent is 20 years, but I don't know. It would be nice if there were ways that they could allow the people who live on the place to at least buy it. I'm not going to say they have to make it affordable for them, but at least let them buy it at market prices. And market prices such that it's not been shipped in all of the supply chain to get to the local grocery or supermarket in America where you would buy from. So it shouldn't be $50. Maybe it would be $25 or $30. Yes, it's incredibly expensive for Costa Rica. Actually, Costa Rica is expensive. It's gotten more expensive since COVID. Lots of Americans in Costa Rica, rich Americans. They're doing well out there in Costa Rica.
Exclusivity on the sales of their product, even though it's natural and it grows out of the ground. On the other hand, some genetically modified plants have created real-world problems. From Starlink corn, which was approved only for animal feed and still ended up in taco shells and other human food products, all the way to crops infused with bacterial DNA to repel insects, where some pests eventually evolved resistance and started beating the very trait they were designed to stop. Costa Rica bears that risk, and again, this is my personal take, Costa Ricans, I think we're getting gaslit, man. Like, this premium, maybe delicious pineapple grown in our country could be a matter of pride.
Wait, I didn't know he was Costa Rican. I think they call themselves I forgot what they call themselves. I thought he was Puerto Rican. This guy. Is it Timor? Timor? I had to see Costa Rican Timor. No, Tika. Something. Tico and Tika. Yeah. I think something like that, maybe.
But instead, it looks like Costa Ricans will not know what it tastes like for years to come, if ever. Another crop that is getting gaslit is hemp, which could have replaced cotton years ago, but there's this obscure
I know about hemp.
controversial law in the 30s that demonized hemp for 100 years. You should check my video about it. And don't forget to download Hustle's Guide to Premium Pricing. Catch you in the next one.
All right. Well, I learned something, I suppose. All right. Well, I've been here for over an hour. And yeah, that video was long and I'm tired. So if you enjoyed tonight's stream, I would appreciate a thumbs up, and you can leave comments and all that kind of stuff and subscribe. But I may be back later in the week. So until then, peace.